Hey guys, welcome to another live stream. We're gonna write some stuff together today. It's mostly about some of the new ventures that I have, including uh, Headhunter for SEO stuff, some Clay campaign. Not sure if we're gonna touch that one. YC companies, very simple Calendly approach that's quite interesting. Would love to discuss the mental model behind that one. Lean Venture Studios, which is a new venture of mine. And yeah, maybe some blab here. For those that know me, the blabs are just ideas that I have throughout my day. I write them as a headline and then I develop on them, giving me neurons, but also giving me a bunch of leads if I hit it right. The general thesis also behind me starting a new campaign with one specific product or one specific audience is generally me going through my mailbox, right? Use scanner here, hundreds and hundreds of mailboxes are plugged in there, and I get a bunch of responses, right? Sometimes I get two, three responses a day for one campaign. Then I know that, oh shit, we've hit gold. Most offers, it's radio silence. I don't get any type of response, and I know that, yeah, this one won't work. If it's really bad, if I get like negative responses off a campaign, I have a couple of mine that I've been getting like negative responses. I will stop the campaign, but generally speaking, I leave it on. That approach is debatable. Okay, so let's start with this first one. CEO, CEO jobs. This template was a clay one, by the way. I won't do any clay stuff on these calls. My thesis on clay nowadays, I think it's way too complex for too many people, granted the results that it brings. Like most people, they don't even cold email. Then the ones that cold email, they get in the spams. Then the ones that don't get in the spams, they get radio silence. So there's like so many steps to being successful on cold email that I've consciously decided not to do too much clay stuff. More on that later. CEO jobs. So you were CEO at company. Was wondering if you contract was coming to tuition there and if you had openings for me. If you had openings for me to fetch you new industry CEO job offers. I take 20% of your salary. I take 20% of your salary and on the company side. On the company side. Use cold email outreach to get you a bunch of offers, and we generally get you a contract before 3 months. All I need is for you to buy the tech stack for me to send the campaign. It costs $100 per month. Let me know if any of this makes sense to you. I was wondering if your CEO contract at company was coming to an end, if you had openings, if you'd be open for me to fetch you new industry CEO job offers. Okay. Yeah, the Headhunter thing, it got me a lot of success. And also, the general mental model for me is, can I get into a serious business conversation with a CEO, you know? And if I get them at, just if I get them a conversation, it opens many doors to me, right? Like all I want is to be surrounded by high performing CEOs and shoot data their way and see if they can make sense out of it, and if they can talk about me and so forth, because I have an array of offer, right? So even if the headhunter stuff is not lucrative, I think it would be lucrative, right? So I'm taking 20% of $1 million salary. $1 million probably on the upper end, let's say 500K, still 100K in my pockets. CEO is also probably one of the only jobs I still believe in. It's highly entrepreneurial job, and you don't do a good job as a CEO, you're just fired after 1 year. And yeah, highly creative. It's like the superstar athletes of the business world, right? And then imagine, like, if I get in, if I keep on being in touch with them, with the new company that I place them at, like, they can get me in to manage the outreach and everything that I offer. So I am very bullish on that offer, actually. Then this one here, you might have seen some of the shorts that I posted recently about YC. Some of my business partners and I were quite bullish on working with these YC companies. So yeah, I guess it's like an alternative offers to what I already offered them with YC Vest. YC Vest is my company. We're supposed to partner up with YC founders to do outreach for free for them. Um, and eventually, yeah, get commission paid or raise funds for them and get a percentage of that. So YC founders, they're not closed, but yeah, they're hard to get to because they have everything, right? They have brains, they have money, they have business acumen. So I guess the offer here wouldn't be to offer them like the YC Vest services from the get go, but think like YC Founders podcast interview. Yeah, I'm interviewing founders for my podcast and thought company could be fun to talk about. And can I send you more info? So yeah, what you saw in what I just said and did and thought about is that it's very important to pick your offer when you're targeting someone. That comes from a lot of data and lots of intuition as well. But yeah, I still think that the podcast is the best offer for wise founders because it's such a new business, right? Some of them are quite introverted and don't really want to talk, but yeah, I think their youth also is a good factor. Like it might be their first podcast interview ever, so still very bullish on that offer. And then after I'm interviewing them, I'm like, hey, can I do outreach for you? I'll take a percentage. I'll also raise capital for you. I'll take a percentage. It's a great offer that I offer to them because their product usually is really kick ass, right? If they didn't have a normal product like most founders, yeah, wouldn't necessarily go for a commission. It's quite dangerous to do so. Meeting. So that offer that you're about to see is quite spectacularly simple. Yeah, not even an if. Yeah, shout out to Sunny, friend and business partner that suggested that offer. We're certainly gonna A/B test it. I think I did test it before, but yeah, I like how simple that one is. Your startup. I already tested that headline. Mm, your startup ecosystem. Think the best way to diversify nowadays is to create an ecosystem of startups, is to create your own portfolio of interrelated startups. Hmm, but how does one make that happen? Granted that creating one startup is hard enough in itself. Normal startup studios cost six-figure plus to launch and will get one product market fit per year if lucky. True code email outreach AI, we've drastically simplified that process and made it affordable too. We we test out one TMF thesis per week and get you one product market fit every 3 months for 2.5K per month. If we get a product market fit, we also code it to life and start scaling it so that after a year you can already have 4 viable startups in your portfolio. What were thoughts on the concept? The tricky thing with that product is that you need a shitload of money and patience. Well, shitload of money depends on who. But my feeling this market is that most people are broke, So yeah, it's definitely not a shitload of money. It's like 35 to 40K per year, but where the shitload would come is like the development cost, which would probably be double or triple that. I mean, 200K a year for someone that's really wealthy, hundreds of millions of dollars in network, definitely wouldn't be a lot of money, especially someone with an investor's mindset. But yeah, and striking these people is very hard via cold email. Probably need to hit their lieutenants. which I'm not doing a lot nowadays. So what I'll do right now, I'll create a campaign called Hitting Lieutenants, 14th. I think that's one of my problems. I'm not hitting enough lieutenants, like CMOs and VP sales and so forth. There's probably a reason behind that. Was probably getting a very low response rate from these people. But yeah, I think if I hit the right kinds, especially like hybrids that our founders should get somewhere with that one. Not sure what would be the offer though. It's like, I mean, I can keep it lead gen and target like a CMO or VP, not VP sales, probably more like in the CMO or CRO. And yeah, they would forward it to their CEOs, which is the main model here. Blab, Blab, 100% capacity. Okay, so this one is quite simple here. Can get company 100 meetings with their ideal customer persona every month through or podcast funnels. You have interest and capacity for this, or I should I go to your competition? Yeah, not sure about that call to action. It's quite bold. Might revisit it. I know your full capacity, but consider the idea of me bringing 100 plus meetings a month to company via podcast funnels. This wouldn't create much problems. This wouldn't create additional strain, would certainly view a nice problem having too many customers. CEOs are so sensible nowadays, like they're so traumatized with their time. It's not like time efficient, it's time traumatized. They like have zero mental space, and as soon as you suggest something, they just flip the fuck out. So I'm trying to be very careful with my words here, but it's like walking on eggshells, right? Doesn't really work with these people. So okay, yeah, gonna proceed to the next one, which is Bookwrite GPT here. Bookwrite GPT is a company of mine. Write your book with AI. Yeah, written book. Have granted your CEO background and what you've accomplished at company. Have you thought? What? Yeah, something that could be interesting here is like pure AI stuff. AI, quote unquote, right? Um, have you thought of writing a book about your accomplishments about your challenges and triumphs at company. Would love to discuss that possibility. Yeah, I don't recommend using the AI on Apollo, but I've seen one of my clients use it, and in that context, could have made sense. Put a link. I also don't recommend putting links normally, but yeah, this one's an exception, I guess. So that will be it for today, guys. Not sure how you find these sessions. I think they can be quite helpful for people that understand the power of copywriting, cold emailing, and LinkedIn outreach. For some of you, it might be boring, but I think also, like most people, it is hard for them to write stuff. So I like the fact that these videos are encouraging the art of writing a cold email. Cold emails are pretty cool because they're direct, they're very short, they're very up to the point. I think writing as well should generate neurons in your brain. I think it can be very helpful to become good at writing and thinking. So, yeah, I'll keep on doing those. If you have any comments, questions, email me or LinkedIn me.